Ashley.
And I'm Emily.
And we're doing the penny acid lab.
The topic of this demonstration is acids reacting with metals. The purpose of this lab is to determine the effects of acids being placed on copper. Students will see the physical changes of the copper, and they will learn that the acid affects the copper by changing its color.
The materials used in this lab are a non-metallic bowl, a paper towel, a plastic spoon, 20 old dirty pennies, 1 teaspoon salt, 1/4 a cup of white distilled vinegar, and water. The safety precautions for this lab are goggles on
And hair out of the way. The first step of this lab is to take the white distilled vinegar and pour it into the bowl. Then add the salt to the vinegar. After that, stir the mixture with the spoon until the salt is completely dissolved. Then take 10 pennies and place them in the bowl. Let them soak for 1 to 3 minutes. The longer you let them soak, the cleaner they will become. After 1 to 3 minutes, place the pennies in the water for the reaction to stop. As you can see, the pennies are cleaner than before. Then take the other 10 pennies and put them in the remaining solution. Let them soak in the solution for a minute or 2. Take the pennies out and lay them on a paper towel to dry. You will notice a color change because the vinegar and the salt dissolves the copper layer on the coins.
In this lab, when the white distilled vinegar is placed on the copper pennies, its high acidity forces the copper pennies to become shiny when placed in water, or green-bluish when placed on a towel to dry. After both groups of pennies have been soaked in the solution, white distilled vinegar will most likely affect the metal that it is placed upon due to the fact that it's a 2 on the pH scale. The pennies that were put into the water after being soaked in the solution became shinier as the acidity of the vinegar cleans the pennies. The pennies that were placed on a paper towel to dry rather than the water will turn to a blue-green color because when the vinegar and salt dissolve the copper layer on the coins, it makes it easier for the copper atoms to join the oxygen in the air and chlorine from the salt. This lab helped us learn more about the properties of acids and how they affect metals such as copper. Based on prior knowledge, we know that the strong acids are generally corrosive. Since vinegar is a strong acid, when it was placed on the pennies, it dissolved the copper layer on the coins. In addition, we know that acids range from 0 to 6 on the pH scale, with 0 being the strongest and 6 being the weakest. So we can assume that vinegar is extremely strong as its pH is 2.